Hello my motor enthusiasts. Aston Martin's recent struggles on the track have us all buzzing, and today we're diving deep into what's been happening with Alonso and the team.
Indeed, Enzo. It's been a rough couple of races for them, hasn't it? Starting strong this season, but now they seem to be losing pace. What's going on there?
Absolutely, William Turner. From a promising start to finishing outside the top 10 in Monaco, it's clear something's amiss. Alonso himself seemed quite frustrated, didn't he?
He did. Mentioned something about being in the wrong moment all weekend, and even their strategy shifts aren't turning the tides. It's all a bit of a muddle at the moment.
Right, and remember that incident where Stroll hit the walls? That was supposed to be a strategic move to score at least a point, but ended in a puncture instead.
Tough times indeed. They've got Canada coming up though. Last year was good for them there, Alonso even snagged a podium.
That's true. They're definitely hoping to turn back the clock and rediscover some of that form. But with the competition heating up, it's anyone's guess how they'll perform.
It's going to be critical to see if their upcoming upgrades can give them the boost they are desperately needing.
Welcome back to F1 Motor Fever podcast, folks. I'm Enzo, your guide through the fast lanes of Formula One. Joining me today, as always, is the insightful William, ready to delve into the nitty-gritty of racing strategies and team dynamics.
Always a pleasure to be here, Enzo. Looking forward to unpacking today's topic with you and our listeners.
And we're thrilled to bring you these episodes daily right here on F1 Motor Fever podcast. If you're enjoying our dives into the world of motorsports, don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification bell, drop us a comment, and share the podcast with your mates and family. Your support keeps our engines running.
Definitely, and it helps us bring even more of these fascinating insights to you.
Today, we've got something that'll make you sit on the edge of your seat. I can't believe the turn of events we're seeing with Aston Martin. You won't believe what I'm about to reveal. Stick around, because this is crucial not just for die-hard racing fans, but for anyone who appreciates a good underdog story.
Oh, it's going to be a riveting show today.
Absolutely, and it's all happening here, so stay tuned. Full throttle. It's disheartening to see a team like Aston Martin, which started the season on such a high, now struggling to keep up. Fernando Alonso's recent performances in Monaco and before that, Imola, really underline a stark turnaround, don't they?
Absolutely. Going from scoring in the first 6 races to finishing 11th and even 19th is quite a drop. The midfield battle has intensified, and it seems Aston Martin is feeling the squeeze. Red Bull and Haas are consistently snagging points, while Alpine and Williams are stepping up their game.
This shift must be frustrating for Alonso. From what he said, Monaco was another tough weekend. They even tried switching strategies, didn't they? Attempting to create opportunities by backing up the pack to help Lance Stroll.
Yes, that move where Alonso tried to slow down the pack to create a gap for Stroll was quite strategic. But then, poor Stroll ended up hitting the walls and puncturing his tire. It's like luck just isn't on their side at the moment.
Alonso pointed out that they had to unexpectedly switch to the medium tires due to a red flag, moving away from their planned strategy with the hard tires. He's clearly hoping for a quick turnaround with some upgrades. It's a reminder of how quickly fortunes can change in this sport with just a few adjustments.
True. It's a tough lesson but an important one. Learning from these challenges is crucial. Alonso himself noted that despite the difficulties, there's always a takeaway, a chance to learn and adapt.
And adaptation will be key. With the competition not letting up, Aston Martin needs to find that edge again, and fast. Let's see if the upcoming races bring them that much-needed boost. It's clear the pressure is mounting at Aston Martin. Lance Stroll's remarks after Monaco echo a growing sentiment within the team. Scoring just 3 times this season and a 14th place in Monaco really puts into perspective the challenges they're facing.
Indeed, and the team principal, Mike Crack, didn't mince words about their current predicament. He mentioned the need to regroup, focus on improvements and come back stronger in Canada. That focus could be crucial for them.
That's right. Last year in Montreal, Alonso snagged a podium, which must have been a highlight. But replicating that success this season seems like a daunting task given their recent form. They brought upgrades to Japan and Imola, which initially seemed to pay off, but as the competition has advanced, Aston Martin appears to have lost ground.
It's a constant battle of upgrades in Formula One, isn't it? A few tweaks here and there and you can jump several places up the grid, or just as quickly fall back. The dynamics of the sport are always evolving.
Absolutely. The next race in Canada will be a significant test. Will the upgrades they're planning bring them back into contention, or will it be another tough weekend? Only time will tell. But one thing is for sure, the team is not lacking in determination to turn things around.
That's the spirit of Formula One. It's not just about speed and strategy, but also resilience and response to adversity. Aston Martin's journey this season is a perfect example of that.
William, what's the word on the street, internet-wise?
Right, let's delve into a rather heated discussion from the internet. Lewis Hamilton recently spoke out on the Palestine-Israel conflict following events in Rafah. His comments have ignited quite a debate among the fans. Let's start with a comment from Sarah Kenneth, who reflected, quote, "I'm reminded of a comment Susie Wolf said about how it's sad that it's always Lewis. It's a different context of course, but I think it still rings true in many other cases as well, including this one. It's always Lewis saying or doing something when everyone else remains silent. Back when we had Sebastian, there was at least another driver who vocally supported Lewis and his ideals," unquote.
It's interesting, isn't it? Lewis has often been a lone voice on many issues.
Indeed, and Timiel added to that, quote, "I don't think it's a coincidence that the few drivers who have been willing to speak on these issues are multiple world champions. I don't think most of the other drivers feel secure enough to speak out, especially if their bosses are telling them to stay out of politics," unquote.
That makes sense. It's a delicate balance for many, trying not to rock the boat too much.
Right, and it spirals into a more detailed discussion. For instance, Craig J. mentioned, quote, "I'd say there are probably 5 drivers who are able to speak out without fear of not having a drive or big consequences: Lewis, Fernando, Charles, Lando, and of course Maximum. Those guys will never not have a drive so long as they want one. The rest, however, are not the power holders in the dynamic between themselves and their team," unquote.
Quite the insight there. It's a tough spot for those not at the top, isn't it?
Absolutely. Though, the discussion gets a bit cheeky with comments on Lando. Gemma pointed out, quote, "Out of all these, I think Lando literally doesn't even know what's happening, and even if he knew, he wouldn't say anything. I'm not saying this in a ha-ha cute stupid Lando way, he just seems blatantly ignorant," unquote.
Blimey, the language here's a bit ripe. If I read that out, we might lose our sponsors. But it's clear this topic has got everyone talking, and not always in the most diplomatic of ways. Thanks for tuning into F1 Motor Fever podcast today. We've had a robust discussion about the ongoing challenges and developments in Formula One, especially focusing on team strategies and driver insights. It's been an absolute pleasure to unpack these topics with you all. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss our discussions. Shares and comments are not just appreciated, they're essential. Spread the word on your socials and let's grow this passionate community together.
And remember, folks, keep those calendars marked for our regular slots. Something quite intriguing is brewing for our next gathering, and trust me, you wouldn't want to miss it. So, whether you're having a pint or a cuppa, make sure you're tuning in and taking part in our lively discussions.
We're truly grateful for your company, and we're already eager for our next episode. Keep the conversations going, and who knows? The topic we cover next might just be the one you've been waiting for.
Until then, keep the banter light and the debates insightful. And always remember, Wiseman, pedal to the metal, keep your gaze on the road, our channel's content is pure gold.